What's up, everybody? I just want to, hold on. For some reason, I feel like you guys are looking at me weird. Oh, I see why. I had that mask on. But isn't that sort of like what we do sometimes on Wednesdays and Sundays when we walk into church? We've had a bad week. Maybe we've got some problems going on in our life, and when people ask us how we're doing, we're just quick to say fine. We're just quick to walk around like everything's great, and we're constantly having to cover up this and cover up for that, because if they was to find out this, they would run us off. And I pray that if you're listening and you have found yourself being deceived by the enemy, because he's saying that if those people knew some of the things that you're going through, they wouldn't want you there. And what happens is when the enemy uses this strategy to deceive us, we begin to push down our issues. And over a month or 2 or 3 or however long, our hearts once again begin to grow hard. And we begin to not want to go to church. We begin to have to make ourselves do it. When we're asked to do things for other people, we grudgingly do it. And maybe that's you. Maybe you have found yourself in a position that once when you got to do these things, you found your place in a position to have to do these things. And you feel like you walk around with no hope and no peace. And I'm here to tell you today that I have been in that place and I have felt that pain, and you are not alone. And may I invite you today to realize that what you're going on, that what you've got going on, the devil has convinced you not to share. That there are many people in church going through the same exact thing, hoping somebody would bring it to the surface so that they could take a deep breath, because they don't feel alone in their walk with God. My God, what if what you're going through, when you speak out and you seek help and you begin to overcome your problems, is exactly what your neighbor needed to experience so that they could begin the healing process? As well, listen, I want to remind you that the devil is a liar, and that as Christians, our poor decisions are never going to go in vain anymore. That God is working out some things in the future to bless us, and he is using what we're going through to make us look more like him, so that in return other people can see him through us and he can be glorified. Man, I pray this encourages you. I pray that if you know anything, that God loves you and that he is with you. And though you may not hear him and you may not feel the nearness of him, to remember that we should never mistake God's silence for stillness. He is always moving and he is working out some things on our behalf. But usually those don't fall into place until we embrace the lesson that he has us to experience in the wilderness. Hey, listen, these lessons will peel off these masks and we can throw them away, because we don't need them anymore, because we are children of the Most High God. I pray if this blessed you and encouraged you, you would share it with somebody else. Have a wonderful evening.